Welcome back to another video. Can you believe February is almost over and spring is just around the corner? I have a ton of great spring-related content for you this coming month, but first we have another Plan With Me video. Today we are going to be setting up the month of March, and I decided to do a very simple, minimal, gender-neutral theme after all the flowers we did in the last Plan With Me. So grab your journal and some pens and get comfortable. First off, thank you so much for the wonderful feedback and comments in the last Plan With Me video. It was so great to hear what everyone is doing in their own planners. I took some advice from one of my viewers and I'm skipping the floral design and going with a much simpler layout. Starting with the cover page, I decided to keep my color scheme very monochromatic with just a hint of gray-blue in the accent colors. I also added a bit of variety by having this new type of font with a very high waist for the letter's midline. I also have some geometric shapes here and there to still have a little bit of artistic flair. Turning the page over is my monthly spread. Again, I made everything very simple this time around, which made this setup super easy. I also am going to go into a little bit more detail at the end of this video about exactly how I lay out my monthly goals, so make sure you stick around to the very end of the video to hear how I do that. For my monthly setup, I have only a simple line dividing each week from the other, instead of my usual box setup. This makes the page super clean and easy to read. On the following page is my social media and YouTube content. I know I haven't been posting on Facebook or Instagram, and I'm planning on jumping back on those platforms now that life is finally starting to settle down. Also, March will be the last month with our current upload schedule. We are changing things up in April, and if you want to know more and be kept in the loop, make sure to hit the subscribe button below. Now we come to the last spread in this setup, and that is my weekly spread. I'm trying something a little bit different this month, which is having everything included in my weekly spread. In the past, and for almost the last year, I have had a weekly spread include things like my appointments and my weekly goals, and then I would have a separate page for my daily to-do list. But I have found in this current busy season that I'm just not able to keep up with both things. So in this spread, I'm going to have everything on this one page. On the top of every day, there will be a space for me to have any appointments I have, and then below the day is a nice big area where I can have my daily to-do list. As you can see, there is still plenty of space at the bottom of my page for my weekly goals and my habit tracker. All of my supplies will be listed down below if you're interested in anything that I use during this setup. Now it's time to head back to my monthly spread. I always have my goals on the left-hand side of my monthly calendar. I like to split up my goals between personal and professional goals on my monthly spread. The first thing I do is look at the previous month and see if there's anything that I didn't accomplish and needs to be pushed to the following month. Then I go to my quarterly goals and see if there are any new projects or tasks that I can add and move towards those bigger goals. Then I do something very similar and check out my annual goals for the same reason, just to make sure that there's nothing that I'm missing. Lastly, I go through all of my goal spreads that I have at the beginning of my journal. If you would like to learn more about these spreads, I would highly recommend you check out my 2020 bullet journal setup video. The biggest spread that I check is the one that has my friends, family, and service area goals, because these all have monthly tasks attached to them. Every month, I try to host a dinner with our friends, offer babysitting services because we all know parents need date nights too, visit our family up in Portland, and go on a family adventure. These things we try to do on a monthly basis, and so they are going to be in every single monthly spread. This month, we're hoping to make our family adventure going to the beach. This is the general process I go through to make sure I have an adequate amount of monthly goals. I usually average between 15 and 25 goals a month, depending on how difficult those goals are to accomplish. Here is my March setup all finished. I appreciate how simple and clean this setup is and how easy it will be to work in all month. Now I'd love to hear from you. Comment below, what adventure do you hope to go on this month? I would love to know. I hope you found this Plan With Me video inspiring, and until next time, remember I am super proud of you, keep doing the hard things, and we will see you in the next video.